Thanks for tuning in to watch The Ordinary Filmmaker. It's Tuesday, October the 6th, 2021. Canon Japan has just announced a new lens, the 5.2mm f2.8 L series dual fisheye lens. This is the first Canon product designed to provide immersive content through stereoscopic 3D virtual reality. And it does closely resemble human vision when viewed through a device such as an Oculus Quest 2. But you're going to need a Canon EOS R5 camera as part of this EOS VR system. So what is the EOS VR system going to include? Well, it's going to include a future R5 firmware update, VR-specific shooting functions, and Canon EOS VR software for conversion and processing. And it's going to be available by late 2021, and the lens is going to cost $1,999. Now, as I mentioned, this is the first Canon product designed for VR. In fact, it's the world's first digital interchangeable dual fisheye lens capable of shooting stereoscopic 3D at 180 degrees and to a single image sensor. Tony Cano, Executive Vice President and General Manager of Canon USA's Imaging Technologies and Communications Group, says, "This new RF lens produces a stunning 8K virtual reality image and sets itself apart through its simplified workflow. Our goal is to make immersive storytelling accessible for all." And that's just truly incredible to be able to produce 8K VR content. The RF 5.2mm f2.8 L dual fisheye captures a 190-degree field of view, and it's captured through two separate optical systems in order to deliver that 180-degree virtual reality field of view. Now, the sub-wavelength coating also provides flare control in backlit conditions, and the lens is designed to be able to shoot at any time of day or position of the sun. It has a close focusing distance of 7.87 inches to a maximum magnification of 0.03 times. Now, the aperture range starts at f2.8 and goes all the way to f16 with a 7-blade aperture and simultaneous electromagnetic diaphragm for both left and right lenses. Now, this is really neat. It has built-in gelatin filter holder, allows ND gel filters to be used in bright environments if a bright aperture is desired. And I just love the look of this thing. It kind of reminds me of that movie E.T. It's really compact, it's really tight size, and it looks like a professional lens. It's got that L series look. It's a black with red line, and it just looks absolutely stunning. And I know that's not the best description, but it's currently, I don't have my watch, it's currently just about 3 o'clock in the morning. You see, every morning I tend to wake up and get something to drink, and I just couldn't seem to get back to sleep. So I pulled up my laptop and looked to see if there was any news. And Nakashita was blasting out all these messages, all these tweets about this dual fisheye lens. And it was just a few days ago that we got wind of this, that there was rumors of a 5.2mm dual fisheye lens. And many of you asked me if I thought much of this. And not being somebody interested in virtual reality, I thought, well, no. And then some more leaks came out, and sure enough, early this morning, Nakashita notified me of this. The first announcement came from Canon Japan, then Canon USA came out and made an announcement, and I'm starting to get pretty excited by this. Now, I still don't have any need to do virtual reality, but the fact that you can now do 8K virtual reality, I mean, think about that. 8K virtual reality, 180-degree field of view to simulate, when used with an Oculus Quest 2, to simulate that human vision. That's pretty powerful. I think it started a couple of years ago. I was watching an Apple keynote, and they were talking about virtual reality. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool, it's cute, but I just kind of, well, I don't need that in my life. I didn't really see the point to it. And I think this is the mistake a lot of us older people sometimes make, is we look at this technologies, new technologies coming out, we're kind of dismissive of them, as I was with this. But as I start to see the pieces come together, I start to see the R5 with its 8K video, I see this dual fisheye lens coming together, and I start to see the power. I start to see, wow, what this could be. I mean, think of that, 8K virtual reality, 8K. I mean, that's going to look very, very real, very true to life. I'm really curious to see what the end product would be like. I have no interest in shooting content like this, but to be on the receiving end of it to try it out. Wow, it's pretty impressive. And at a price of $1,999, or essentially $2,000 US, it's definitely in the affordable range, although, not necessarily for the average ordinary filmmaker, but if you're doing this as a business, $2,000 isn't that expensive. And it will be available again at the end of 2021, so in a few months, late December. Now, what do you think? Let me know what you think about this lens in the comments section down below. I think this is a pretty powerful lens, and normally when there's a lens announcement, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I see something about a lens, I'll make a note and I'll go back to sleep and then wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning and produce a video. But there's just something about this, a certain, as the French would say, je ne sais quoi, that has me very curious by this lens. I'm just, you can tell I'm a little bit speechless now that I'm starting to dwell on it and start to imagine the possibilities. This is the second lens that Canon's released in the last couple of months that wasn't on the rumor radars, and it seems like Canon's taken a different path now. They're starting to produce content that they're not leaking, that their supply chain isn't leaking out. So I'm really curious as to see what else we're going to get from Canon over the next couple of weeks and months leading up into Christmas, and then of course into 2022. This is actually the third product this year. So the first one is the Canon EOS R3. We got a development announcement, and that wasn't leaked in any way whatsoever. The 16mm STM lens wasn't leaked, and of course this 5.2mm fisheye or dual fisheye lens at f2.8, and it's an L series, so it's weather sealed and all that goodness. Oh, and one other thing it's very important to do, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. It really does help this channel grow, and you know what? It helps encourage me to do more of these videos, especially when it involves me waking up part the way through the night because I've got some great news to deliver to you. So please click subscribe. Just reach over and click it. I know it's annoying, but it really does help this channel grow. It's to do with YouTube's algorithm, and the more people that click like and subscribe, well, the more that YouTube is willing to share my thumbnail and my video recommendation to other people to watch. So I really do appreciate that. And I thank all of you for taking the time to watch my videos. I've been doing this channel for about 2 years now, and it's truly been very exciting. I like my new simplified workflow now. I like being able to shoot in the basement and not having to script everything. In the past, I would have probably spent a half an hour or so scripting this before delivering it to you. And I think that takes away from what I'm trying to accomplish here, is I'm trying to deliver content directly to you as though you're right here in front of me. And I'm trying to be more personable. I'm trying to be my real self. And that involves me smiling a lot, but not in a fake way, in a genuine way, because I'm a person that tends to look on the positive side of life and to look for opportunities instead of threats, and to embrace change rather than fear change. And those, how should I say, capabilities is what's helped me achieve success in my regular career, my daily life. And I really enjoy doing this. I love cameras, and it's not that so much that I love cameras. I really love video. From when I started off in college way back in 1991, and I got a job doing video editing with the Video Toaster 4000, with Nutec's Lightwave 3D. Is it Lightwave 3D? Yeah, Lightwave 3D. All the animations for shows like Babylon 5 and Sequest DSV were shot using the Amiga and Lightwave 3D. And that really pulled me into that idea of doing video. And I almost went down that road as a career path until somebody said, you know what, there's no money in this. And you know what, he was probably right where he was in that part of the world. So I went off in a different direction as a career path. And I'm happy with that career path. But to come back to video, from a personal point of view and from a business point of view, I just love it. It's capturing the world that we live in. It's providing our own editorial as we adjust the color balance and the color range and all sorts of other things that we do when we produce our content. And I find that very, very exciting. And to be able to deliver news to you, to be able to deliver content to you about what's going on in the world, in the camera world, is very exciting. And then when I get the revenue from the channel, it enables me to purchase equipment that I normally wouldn't be able to purchase, that normally would, well, if I was a professional videographer and this was the only job that I did, then yes, I'd be buying this equipment. But as an ordinary filmmaker, I think that's what's exciting. So I'm going to stop the rambling now because obviously you've got other things you want to do, and I want to go back to sleep. So I want to edit this quickly, get it up to you. So please forgive me if I don't comment right away. I'm going to wait till I wake up in the morning. And that's it for now. I'm going to stop rambling. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker, and we'll see you again soon.